Have you
Yeah,
seen
oh yeah.
Casablanca? I have not. Now I'm like, well, maybe I should watch Casablanca if I want to see a good movie.
Uh,
This week on Trees in Space, Jason and I watched the 1996 rated R action sci-fi movie Barb Wire. I'm Nate. That's Jason. And I had no idea that Barb Wire was a comic book movie. Did you?
Boobies. Yes, I did know it was a comic book movie. I watched it when it came out actually, um, years ago because I was familiar with it. Was a fan of Pamela Anderson herself. I never saw the appeal. I still don't see the appeal. I mean, I see the appeal of boobs. I get that, but
I
her
mean,
person, you know.
she's hot. She was really, really hot back in the 90s.
Well, she is that. See, I don't. The reason I don't find that hot is because okay, people say whatever. Back in the 70s or 80s, whatever, I have a sister that's relatively attractive,
Oh, hot. Want to touch the hiney.
and
Mhm.
reminds me of her, the blonde, blue eyes, big lips. Reminds me of my sister. So I see a woman like Pamela Anderson, I think of my sister Mary, and it's just not exciting to me. It's exciting to everyone else, but not to me. Not saying that my sister looks like Pamela Anderson because she doesn't, but she's a very pretty woman. So well, you know this.
She's
You
a
mentioned
very
it.
attractive woman. She does not look her age. She looks way younger than what she is.
So
But we should probably let everybody know what this movie's about.
What's it about?
Well, this movie is about Barb Wire, a sexy nightclub owner who moonlights as a mercenary in Steel Harbor, one of her last free zones in the now fascist United States, when scientist Cora Devonshire wanders into Barb's establishment. She gets roped into a top secret government plot involving biological weapons. Soon, Barb is reunited with her old flame, Axel Hood, who is now Cora's husband, and a guerrilla fighter, resulting in plenty of tense action.
yes, we didn't watch this movie as a political statement about what's going on in the United States right now. No matter what side of the fence you're on, we don't do
I
politics
didn't
here. I'm
even
just saying.
think of that. I thought,
Well,
why does everything bad look like Nazis?
that's what I was wondering that too. It's like, why do they look like Nazis? And it blows my mind how it's the future for them. It's the future.
Yeah,
It's
2017.
2017,
Yeah,
2017. So, for them, it's 30 years later or whatever. Um, and all the cars were made in the 80s, and not,
those are some
but they
definitely
have technology that's
1996
unbelievable.
Toyota
Yeah,
Ford Tauruses.
they didn't update the cars. I mean, uh,
It was a very mixed because even like all the buildings and shit were old. Like technology was
hmm
old, the cars were old, but it was 2017, so it should have been more like
Well, I mean, they had the eye thing, so that was that was. So do they take all their money just to do retina scans with everyone? They scan the retinas when they're born because there's only one free city or one free state. Everything else is fascist. I mean, it's like the borderlands. It's a mixture of a lot of things.
apparently
I
it's loosely it's the plot to Casablanca.
I'm staying here with him till the plane gets safely away.
No, Richard, no. What has happened to you? Last night you
Last
said...
night we said a great many things. You said I was to do the thinking for both of us. Well, I've done a lot of it since then. It all adds up to one thing. You're getting on that plane with Victor where you belong.
yes, I saw that in the comments. I did not know that, but once I
Have you
saw
ever
that, I'm like, yeah,
have you
yeah,
seen
oh yeah.
Casablanca? I have not. Now I'm like, well, maybe I should watch Casablanca if I want to see a good movie.
Casablanca is an excellent movie. It's slow. It's not. It don't have blowing things blowing up. It's the same idea. Just switch Pamela Anderson's character for a male lead of Humphrey Bogart,
Hmm.
and then her love interest, the Ingrid Bergman, I think you played it. Just switch those characters, and it's about Casablanca's World War II. They're trying to smuggle people out of Casablanca, Africa, from
Uh,
Germany. So
Interesting.
same idea. Yeah, it's
Uh,
not a bad movie.
I mean, that just right there sounds more interesting than what we watched. This
Well, okay. It was so dark. Every
Everything
freaking.
was dark. I thought it was
I'm
my
like, what?
first. I thought it was my screen.
I thought because of the old movie, but it's just a dark movie.
It also at moments I was like, is she Batman?
What are you doing? Ever see Batman?
Or at least cat lady, cat woman.
Right. It's a very same. Is Barb Wire a DC character? Because it felt.
Bob Wire, I think, is Dark Horse. I think.
You're right, because Dark Horse
Yeah.
isn't the thing. But yeah, it's definitely a darker, movie, literally and just in general. And it almost kind of goes to like, a dark crime fighter, noir. Pretty decent movie to uh action movie. Like Rambo, everything's blowing the hell
Mm-hmm.
up, like everybody's died, like it goes from sci-fi to action. Like it's
Now, her brother that's blind,
yeah.
is he the lead singer of a rock band?
I thought he was
He
Sebastian Bach.
looks. No, he's not Sebastian Bach, but he looks so familiar, did he not? Like a leader
Yeah.
of a rock band. I'm trying to think of which one it was. He might not have been, but his acting ability is pretty good. Whoever he was, I thought he acted very well. While you're looking that up, I'm going to talk about Axel Hood, which is a terrible name, but Axel Hood is like, my name is a bumper engine. I mean, come on. It's like, what are you talking about?
Jack Noseworthy? He's just an actor.
Okay, I just thought maybe I saw him in a movie where he was a rock star.
You saw him in Idle Hands.
Okay, that's where
I
he looked
thought
familiar.
he looked so familiar, but yeah, he was in Idle Hands '99.
Okay, but Axel Hood, like I said, he could be named Bumper Engine.
And is he Boba Fett?
Yes, I was gonna say, isn't he Boba Fett? That's who he was.
Okay, so
I was like,
okay,
Boba Fett's in this movie.
yeah.
And the scene where he comes into the bar and she sees him, Bob Wire sees him and punches him. And then he gets up and then they walk back and forth. She walks away, he follows, stops her. Then she walks the opposite way like 5 times for no good reason. It's like the cameraman didn't want to go to a different place.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I guess I deserve that.
Get out.
Look, I need your help.
Rotten hell.
Yes, I will, but I need your help first. I remember when you believed in something.
I remember how I felt. Like I was kicked in the stomach.
I'm looking for a man named Cribbs, and I've got 24 hours to find him.
I don't even know how I feel. Actually, I don't feel much of anything anymore.
But will you just trust me, please?
Trust you? Like I did in Seattle?
What happened in Seattle is not what you think, and I never wanted to hurt you. And now's not the time to explain.
Well, you're 3 years late, Axel. Get out. Don't come back.
I don't think I noticed.
You need to watch that scene. No, you don't need to watch anything again. But when she punches him,
Yes.
and then she starts to walk away, and he grabs her by the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they stop. Then she walks the exact same way she came from. He follows her. She stops, walks back the other way. 4 or 5 times they did that. I'm like, what's going on here? Why are they doing this? Very confusing.
I was confused why Pamela Anderson was the only one in this movie that was allowed to show her boobs.
Because she's
Everybody
Pamela
else
Anderson.
they all had tassel or pasties on. She was the only one that was allowed to be naked.
You can't compare with Pamela's boobs. I bet it was a contract. No one else gets to show the boobs. I don't want comparison
That
for
was
my boobs.
I see.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that might be a thing where it was like in her contract she was not allowed, like nobody else was allowed to.
Because then you're comparing boobs with other people. And hers got to be the only ones, the best ones. If they ain't the best, they got to be the only ones. I'm going to guess. I don't know. And they're fake, by the way, folks, in case you did not know.
But they're spectacular.
Okay. Oh. I thought it was more sexy when she was behind the When she's talking to the cop and she was behind the veil or whatever, she's changing clothes.
That was sexy. I thought the very beginning of the movie was sexy as hell.
That was a long beginning and boobies hanging out everywhere.
I was watching. I was like, if she's not careful, her boobies are gonna pop out. And I'm like, oh shit, there's a little bit of a boob right there. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, they're fully out. Like this was planned.
If she's not careful, her boobs are gonna pop out. She wasn't careful.
There was a lot of times that I thought that her boobs were gonna pop out. Like there's no way. Like some of these outfits just defy gravity.
Yeah, she looks sexy in a lot of her outfits too, for sure.
Yeah, if you
Um,
don't like well, I'm guessing pleather because she's a very big PETA person, so all of that had to have been fake. And
okay, that's
she's
fair.
also on record for not wearing makeup, and it's crazy that like she's heavily made up in this movie.
Yeah, very much so. And like you said, like they said, she's a mercenary. She don't take sides. There's a war going on after the Civil War, the second Civil War in the United States, and they're trying to to actually talk about the movie bases now. They're trying to find these lenses that let you get scanned and do anything, however you want to do it.
Right.
And it's worth 2 million Canadian dollars.
Oh yeah,
So,
the dollar is worth more than the American dollar.
and the thing was though, it took so long to get to the point where she was involved in that part of the story that ended up the end of it. There was a whole, I know there was a whole show before it, basically, is leading up to it, but God, it took forever to get there.
It also leapfrogged a lot. Like it just like here's a scene, and here's another scene, and
Mm-hmm.
here like it was very just.
It was
All
very
right, got it,
jaggedy.
let's go. Yeah, just
Yeah.
didn't seem to really kind of go through. Uh,
No. I thought her acting was okay. I thought she had some really cheesy parts, but I thought her acting was okay.
you know, I expected worse,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I did too.
way worse. I forgot that she was an actress, actually, until just the second, because I was like, oh yeah, she was in Baywatch. She
Yeah.
was an
Well, you
actual actress.
know, I was reading some of the comments we can get to later. What I didn't pick because it wasn't a 1 star said not as doesn't suck as bad as her home movies. Anyways, that was hilarious. And I didn't I had to check to see if you picked it. And you did, but that's okay. There was let's get back to the brother.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, he gets
might have been the
killed.
best character of the movie.
He was the best character of the movie. Well, fat bastard was a pretty good character too.
He had to be rolled around with a freaking excavator.
How do you
Like,
how do you have that much power? What does he do to get? Because there you have money. So how does he got money? How has someone not killed him and took his money?
it's not like
You
he's
can't
moving
do
very quickly.
no. It's anybody could just fuck him up. But the brother he gets killed and she goes, okay, that's it. Whatever. She goes, let's go. And she does the whole montage of just so she can leave.
Yeah.
she, she wasn't going to attack them. She was leaving.
Yeah, she just wanted to put on a whole bunch of stuff. Like, yeah,
It
you're right.
made no
You're gonna get on the
no
plane
sense.
with all that gear. You're just gonna leave
Yeah,
it
I
at
mean,
that point.
I thought she was gonna go on a vengeance tour and she was gonna go kill the freaking cops that look like you said Nazis. I mean, like SS Nazis.
Yeah,
I, mm. And the end, when she ends up with the cop, and where we're gonna go, and I don't. That was really weird. It fell apart. The first act was good. The second act was okay. The third act, it just said, "Yeah, we got to finish this somehow."
yeah, it didn't know how to land.
Oh.
And I can kind of look at it back and be like, "Here's looking at you, kid. Like,
Hmm.
we're gonna go next." Like, but there is a part of me that was like, did they think they're gonna have a sequel? Was this gonna be like a franchise?
Oh, probably.
Because it
It
felt
did well.
like they wanted it to be like I feel like this could have been a franchise if it succeeded.
I mean, I will say I appreciate the script too. The story behind it, I didn't realize it was Casablanca. Um, but I appreciate the script, and I actually did like some of the back and forth, some of the conversations. Some of it was very forced, but Some of
Yeah.
it was kind of funny. Some things she said was like, "Oh, that's pretty freaking kick ass." Sometimes her delivery was very weak and weird, but sometimes it was perfect. So it's not. It wasn't. I was. I remember watching it back in the day, and I was like, ugh. So I was pleasantly surprised that I thought it was a little better than I remembered it being.
I was shocked that I didn't know his name until now, but Udo Kier, Udo Kier, Curly. He's been in all kinds of movies, and
Oh yes,
I thought I liked seeing him. And then Clint Howard,
yes,
Ron
Ron
Howard's
Howard's brother.
I was like, oh my God, Clint Howard! Like,
Yeah,
I instantly got excited for seeing this guy. I'm not even like a huge fan, but every time I see him, I get excited.
and it was, and he did a perfect part. His part was good for him.
Yeah,
He was believable. I thought. I mean, it was just so dark and so jaggedy, and there was parts. And the thing is, I want to talk about parts of the movie, but I can't because none of it. I can't remember what order it all went in. It's
I
like
couldn't take notes. This movie to me was just so hard to follow, and
so. It wasn't just me. It was hard to follow.
yeah, I was trying to
Confusing.
figure out why this was happening, but it just
It was confusing to me. I understand
yeah,
that we're in after the like, Second Civil War. I understood that. I understand that she was a mercenary and that she had to go get this one guy and she that one. Oh, I did like that scene. Now we'll go back to that one scene where she's like, "We want to party." And he's like, "Are you a cop? Do I look like I have a badge?" And all that kind of stuff. And then are you clean? Yeah, I got checked. Whatever.
yeah.
That whole scene, I enjoyed that scene. And then he get all dressed up.
And then, well, now that you brought me there, she shoots a cop through a refrigerator door, right? She kills this dude. The kitchen table is not as thick as a refrigerator door. How is she evading bullets from this cop, this other dude, that is just firing straight rounds through this table? She should have been dead.
I have an answer for you.
Okay.
Plot armor. But the main but the main thing is the caliber of her gun was stronger than the caliber of the officer's gun shooting through the wood. So that's why.
You know what?
What?
I said those words to myself while I was watching it.
Really?
Justify why she survived getting shot at through a table where she could shoot through a refrigerator door.
I will say those action scenes, some of the fight scenes that I could see were pretty good, except for the end. The fight at the end was atrociously bad. The crane operating thing, that was all just terrible. But the first part of this film was relatively entertaining for me. And she knocks the dude out. She puts the toothpaste or whatever, blows out the whole thing in there. To
Shaving.
get, yeah, to get the guy. And then she brings him back on the back of her motorcycle. You know, I mean, I was like, okay.
I agree. I think the beginning of the movie was the best part, and then it just falls. Well, I think we've probably talked as much as we could probably talk about this movie. So
Yeah, sadly.
why don't we go ahead and jump into the 5-star and 1-star below reviews? The first 5-star review comes from Unknown. Absolutely awesome. Campy, breasty, more importantly, jam-packed with backstage insights on how the government and the military hoard out corrupt rat bastards, pull their dirty, heartless scams. This B movie brings the double E jugs of serious, scathing commentary on a skulking coward behind the scenes of this mess of militarized totalitarianism and rips the band-aid off. Some really great stunts. The fight choreography was as well. I knew it would be hated on, but was a little surprised to see how little the tomatoes respected it. Great stuff.
I think he was on the side of the Nazis.
I think
That's what it sounded like. And she has D's. She does not have E's. I looked it up because I wondered. I
Fair.
looked up, are they fake? And I found out.
Didn't
But
she have fake?
I've
And she got them removed, and then
and then redone. Yes, yes, found that out too. Yeah. Um, Breasty. I've never heard a movie called described as breasty before, but immediately, boom, right in your face, and that was the whole movie.
yeah.
Okay. The first one-star review comes from Lucas G. Pretty terrible all around, but I'm not mad about it.
Fair. uh, Unknown. Good movie, and how can you not like the sights?
Could you see? Oh, he. Okay, sorry. Took me a little bit longer. I need a younger brain because I'd known exactly what he meant the moment he said it instead
Oh,
of a little slow on the uptake that time. Next one-star review comes from Stephen D. The comic is a lot of fun. This is not. Pamela Anderson seems to think she really is in Casablanca and is taking it that seriously. She's a terrible actress and can't pull it off.
I wouldn't say
Pulled it,
terrible.
and she absolutely pulled it off.
She did just fine. It's hard to work with just a bad concept. The last 5 stars from Unknown. This movie sucks. However, I got to see Pam's tits, nipples, and all. Worth it.
I did notice that most of the stars given in this when they were like 2 or 3, like, sorry titties, that's worth 2 stars. No, just pretty much what we talk about in this. Like, hey, it gets a stump because just for that reason. Um, you gonna see you see it all? I thought you just said boobs. Do you see the below? I mean, she can tell the tub.
Yeah, I
She's
can.
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was covered. So, anyways, the last 5 stars also from Unknown. What can you see? Pamela gives a performance that rivals Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider. They are comparable for 2 reasons.
I see what you did there. Uh,
See, I would put my name on that. I wouldn't say that was unknown. I've been like, I was clever.
yeah.
I want acknowledgement of what I said.
However, I feel like Tomb Raider was a better movie. And
Yes, I believe it was.
Laura Croft movies.
The second one was not great, but the first one was pretty spot on.
The WTF is a half a star from August 27th of 2009. Pamela Anderson is the Shaquille O'Neal of acting.
That's right. I don't know.
What the fuck does that even mean? He was a good basketball player. Is she good? Is she bad? I'm like, well, you heard us talk about the movie. We heard what the audience thinks of the movie. Now let's go ahead and find out what this movie is rated. Rotten Tomatoes scored this at 28%, while the audience, that's you all at home, halved that and scored it at 14%.
I'm actually surprised. I'm okay.
Well, now why don't we go ahead and rate this movie ourselves? I will kick us off with I would not recommend this movie to my surgeon unless he seems to be in a perverse sort of way who would like showgirls, maybe. Um, uh, this movie is fine. The beginning was actually pretty good. I'll give a lot to the credit, even skipping past the excessively long strip club scene. And, but even that was like very Catwoman-y, and it had that DC vibe. And then it just kind of totally burnt out to an action movie that didn't need to happen. Pamela Anderson's acting to me was fine. It was, it was fine. Uh, Not much more I can say about it. I am going to say, even with the stump boost, 1 tree.
Now it's my turn.
I would not recommend it to my surgeon unless he was a Pamela Anderson fan. But if he's a Pamela Anderson fan, he'd be aware of the movie if he watched it already.
All right, I see.
Or she. My surgeon could be female. I don't know. As you said, the first third of this movie, the beginning, take out the strips, seeing the conversation, had the darkness, the grittiness. It seemed appropriate. I still don't know if the guy in the front row who got hit with a stiletto, if he died or if he was just knocked out. I think he was just knocked out. He was making groan noises, but he could have died. And then she's a mercenary, so they showed that part, which I thought was okay. Some parts were a little bit too long. Her acting was fine. And like you said, a good mercenary movie. It took them too long to get into the main reason behind it. And then it got there when it did all of a sudden during Mad Max. And it just felt very disconjointed. I thought the writing was fine. I thought the first part of the script was okay. I thought the dialogue was good. I thought the people that were when you act with someone, what's that called? Not charisma.
Chemistry.
Chemistry. I thought the chemistry was okay for most of the characters, especially the brother. But it didn't deliver. It just died. It just off the deep end, and the cinematography was not great, and the camera angles were poor, and the camera cut was bad editing. So, and with the stump, and we only give one stump no matter how many times we see boobs. You only get one stump. I'm gonna give it a little higher than my partner over there. I'm gonna give it 1 tree, 1 stump.
Hey, that's fair. They can't all be winners here on Trees in Space, and we're not going to discriminate from a bad movie or a good movie. Let us know what you thought about this movie in the comments. Give us a like, share it with your friends. Let's go ahead and feed that algorithm monster, as my partner over here likes to say. Until next time, I've been Nate. That's been Jason. We'll see you on Monday at Trees in Space. Take care.
What?